Alright, just getting set up real quick. Alright. So, I'm going to do a little introduction to Blegh for y'all. So we can kind of get the gist of what we're trying to do. The podcast is we're gonna have interviews. We're gonna have uh, all sorts of stuff. We're gonna play music in between segments. We're gonna talk about what we're doing in Blegh, just esports stuff. You know, literally everything we're going to be doing. Um, my name's Cade. I'm the owner. Um, I kind of just started this project as a way to have people do what they love because that's what I like doing. So that's really it. It's all about just doing what you care about and what you like, whether it be designing or making music or playing games. Just doing what you want to be doing. Um, what we do is basically, let's say for, like I said before, we help people do what they love, no matter what it be, no matter like literally anything. We'll help sponsor and we'll help promote it. Right now we're in mainly gaming and music, but that's just because that's what we're in right now. But we are branching out. We want to branch out to many other areas. Um, I started the project because I just wanted to help people because I saw some of my friends and people I cared about in a situation where they're not able to do what they like and they don't have a support group for it and their family doesn't support them and their friends some of their friends don't support them and whatever it was, and I just wanted to change that. um it's funny enough, COVID is actually what started us with music, because with the bands not being able to tour, then we went and started uh help selling their merch because that's the way they make the most money. So it's funny because COVID actually really helped us jumpstart. Um, the name Blegh is what happens when a band like a metalcore, deathcore, whatever band, they're about to have a breakdown, which is like people mosh pit. And it's like a really cool part of the song. They'll say Blegh, or sometimes they just say like words, but a very common one is Blegh. And I thought it was like a cool, funny name and just kind of lighthearted. Let's see. So the esports org part of Blegh. What an esports org is a group of gamers who play under a organization, a representative organization, and that's what we are. So these players would play under Blegh Project, um, or stream under Blegh Project with our name, and we give them a community to support them and help them grow. And eventually, our goal is to uh, sell them to bigger organizations once they've reached their maximum potential, and yeah, make them get some money. Let's see. How we help the music scene is through our um, way of selling merchandise and kind of being a positive figure in the community, because sometimes there isn't a lot of that. But the way bands make the most money is through selling merch. So we like to help them in that process and use our platform to help sell their merch and to make designs for them and do all that fun stuff. We're really there just to help these bands who are just trying to do what they love, who are not giving up. Um, Take a question from System Crash, I think. Is this the Metal Podcast? Yes. This will be everything about Blegh. So, this is just an introductory one, but it will be about everything. And I'm going to play some music in the between segments. So here is A Life's with our partner bands, $1 more. $1 to get what I wanna get. Everything you yearn for, can't be saved. Someone's good side it away. Don't you know how pleased it makes them feel? Set it up, fans out ready to bite. Shell games, I will talk at your rate. To put you down, down, down. Put you down and down and down. Oh, hey, I need a dollar. Oh, hey, to get what you want about it. Free. Hey, $1 more to get what I wanna get. Get what you wanna get. Oh, hey, I need a dollar. Oh, hey, to get what you want about it. Free. Hey, $1 more to get what I wanna get. No matter what you do, it's not good enough. No way to beat there, you go in the eye. You know how pleased it make them feel. Everything you dread for can't be safe. Friends turning to wolves and drag it away. Like in a fair, the louder you speak, you think the better you've been treated. Oh, hey, I need a dollar. Oh, hey, to get what you broke about it. Breathe. Hey, $1 more to get what I wanna get. I'll get what you wanna get. Oh, hey, I need a dollar. Oh, hey, to get what you broke about it. Breathe. Hey, $1 more to get what I wanna get. Let the contest begin. It's what I've waited. It's what I've waited. Crash, so back press your best. It's what I've waited. 'Cause the last man standing. Let the contest begin. It's what I've waited. It's what I've waited. Back to my best of best. It's what I've waited. It's the last man standing. Oh, hey, I need a dollar. Oh, hey, to get what you bring about it. Free. $1 more. Oh, I just need a dollar. To get what you bring about it. Free. $1 more to get what I wanna get. I'll get what you wanna get. All right, that was $1 more by Hey Life. If you haven't checked them out, they're French, like kind of I call them groovecore. They're really really good. Great pair of guys. Like I when they asked them to join Blegh, I was super stoked when they said yes. Let's see here. All right, so I get a lot of questions about how our store works. Um, so how we sell and what how the profit works. So we sell bands like let's take Hire the Puppets for example, one of our partner bands. We sell their merch on our website, but we take 0% of that profit. And I'm being serious, like literally zero. I show them the numbers and everything. Um, some bands choose to give us that money as a thank you. Some choose to keep it. It's totally up to them. We do not require them to pay us at all. Um, so that, and then we do charity shirts, which all profit goes to charity, obviously. The only money we make is based on Blegh branded products. So that's stuff with our logo or our name on it, stuff like that. That goes to us. But if it has someone else's name or any band member's name, that goes to them. Like Matty Jams, he gets all his profit from his logo. We're just their storefront. We're using our platform to help them. Our members, we have about 50. We have about 50 members of Blegh, from staff to bands to artists to all that. That's how many we got. It's a huge community, not including about 500 Twitter followers, 100 Instagram. Yeah, we're a big community, and I'm totally fine with that. I love it. Our goal with Blegh is to be the most known in the scene. It doesn't matter what scene. Uh, I want to be the best esports org in the country. I want to be the apparel company in the scene. I want to be the uh, partnership. I want bands to want to reach out to us and be like, we want to be part of this. That's my goal. I want to be the biggest and the best, like obviously. Um, so why the podcast was started? I started this podcast to kind of give another platform to kind of explain things because I can only type so much on Twitter, and I can only do so many FAQs, and some people just can't, like myself, can't read that much. Sometimes you want someone to talk to you, or you want to listen to someone. Um, so another why music and gaming. That's just because that's where we are right now. We just got an uh, 8-ball pool player, and we have him. We have sponsored podcasts. We have a lot going on. It's not just um, gaming and music, even though that's what we're focusing on right now. We do a lot, and we have plans for a lot. Uh, we help people do what they love by giving them the platform, by giving them the support they need, because we can't grow separately. You have to have a supportive community behind you, or else you can't get as far as you can. And you need people talking about you. You need people promoting you. You need people who are trying to help you without being selfish. That's what we are trying to. That's what we do. We're not here to make a buck off of you. We're here to help you, which will help us, which will help you more, and it keeps going. It's symbiotic. How we choose the bands, that's pretty easy question because we just any band that we really like or that contacts us, we accept them because it may not be your music taste or anyone else's music taste, but there's probably one fan out there that's their music taste or that's the band's music taste, and they deserve to have a support group no matter what. Just because, let's say I don't like it, that doesn't matter. Who am I to judge who is good and who isn't? So, and speaking of bands, let's play another song. Alright, this is going to be Down. My name's Roxy. I sit on the bathroom floor and cry as the Fallout Boy. Follow me to drive, follow me to die, follow me to laugh, follow me to drive. Thank you, Austin. Everyone, the Stains are a really good group of guys. If any of them, um, shoot, what was I saying? Austin, you distracted me. All right. Well, anyways, go use our codes, Blegh, over at let's see, the codes. We have a total of 7 sponsors, but the codes only work at a couple of them because we have affiliate URLs and shout outs and everything. So you can use code Blegh at Jerky Pro, Rogue Energy, Triumph Chairs, and Hardcore Forever, and Blank Stare. They're not Blank Stare isn't up there yet, but their code does work. You can use our affiliate URL at GamerCrind Co. Um, and of course, go check out FU Rock Radio. Shiloh, who runs that, is an amazing dude. Like, been a supporter since day one. Let's go back to the questions. Let's see. So we were talking about how we choose bands, but now let's talk about how we choose esports players. So esports players can be trickier than bands because there is a definitive who's good and who's bad. So we like to choose who has the most potential that we see. So you can go and sign a pro league team, of course, that has potential, but we want the young people. It doesn't matter if they're young, like age wise, but the people who are just coming into the scene who haven't made a name for themselves. We want to give them a platform and give them, if they're good enough, we want to give them room to grow. And esports has a lot of predatory orgs out there, and we want to make sure that they are safe under us as a way of helping them, because a lot of esports players will have their careers ruined before they even got started because of some dumb contract they signed or whatever happens. So we want to make sure that these players are protected and get enough room to grow to be the best that we know they can be, which all of them can be. We choose our models just by being pretty. That's pretty much it. We don't have any more models right now, but if you want to be a model, you can contact us. We can get you our apparel at cost. We can't give you them for free like we do our main group, but we can do them at cost for you. Why we're so heavily involved in Pokemon for esports? That just happened. Our first esports player was a Pokemon player. Her name is Vixen. And then she introduced us to all her. When we announced her, all her friends are like, "Hey, we're also looking for an org," and then we met all of them and saw how good of players they were and how good people they were. So we're just like, "All right, let's sign them on." And yeah, Pokemon VGC, which means like the video game version of Pokemon, not the trading card, has a lot of potential in it that I don't think people are seeing just yet. I think all these young kids in this scene are you're gonna know them in 10 years, like that's for sure. And hopefully you'll know our players in 10 years. Let's see, the founding members were me, uh, Austin, otherwise known as like Ozzy or that one guy only. He goes by like 4 different names, and Swizzle or AJ. Uh, these were the 3 people that started off with me, who were my supporters from the very beginning. Like I told them I wanted to do this, and like, all right, how can we help? Like, all right, we're already in. Like those are the kinds of friends they are. I met them both on a Twitter giveaway for my headers. The same Twitter giveaway. I met them both, and I don't know. There's like some of my best friends now. It's crazy how that happens. Our first band was a band called Hire the Puppets, and then shortly after it was Cabin in the Woods. I'd say like a week. But Hire the Puppets was our very first band and been our supporters since like we had like 100 followers. Like they're absolutely incredible guys. I really couldn't ask for a better first band or band to belong to Blegh. Like, honestly, if you guys hear this, like, we love you to death. Our first streamer was AJ, because he streams, and then he's the stream lead. But after him, it was Hidden Ethnicity, who was one of AJ's friends, and a lot of people like Hidden will come to Blegh because they know the name. They're metalheads. They're like, oh, like this is the community I belong to, community of metal and gaming. Our first esports player was, like I said, Vixen. Um, she got us, she introduced us to all these other big, like not big, but all these other this large community of Pokemon VGC players that we ended up meeting. Our first model was a girl named Emmy, who is still our model. Yep, she's the one that does the she did the Blood Japanese shirt that you'll see on our site and on our Twitter and everything. Um, how to join? So, Blood is pretty easy to join. I don't want to make it difficult. I don't want you to feel pressure. I don't want you to feel like you have to prove yourself to get into a supportive community. That seems ridiculous. You shouldn't have to prove yourself. You should be given that no matter who you are. You should be given a community. So that's why every band that will contact us, we will accept them. That's why um, we will accept as many esports players as it takes. We can't right now, but we want to, and just we only can't do that because it's financially though. But we want to build as big as community as we can, because my favorite quote, I think, I don't know who quoted this, but a rising tide raises all ships. So I want my entire community to rise and to raise, and then we all get better. We all get happier and just a, a deeper connection in the community. Um, yeah, so that's about it. That's only like a 30-minute little FAQ about us. I'm going to post this to YouTube, Spotify, all this stuff. If you're watching on any other platform besides Twitch right now, this is where I streamed. I've streamed this on Twitch at bleghproject.com. Uh, so it's if you and I'll upload the video to YouTube. And you can go watch me be super awkward, and I have my mic muted for a little portion of it. But yeah, that's it. So I plan on doing this every Sunday at 7. All right, I'll see you later.